$745 million. That's how much money older Americans, people just like you, your neighbors, your friends, lost to scams in just the first 3 months of this year. Not over a decade, not over 5 years, just 3 months. Think about that. While you're watching this, somewhere in America, a phone is ringing. An older woman picks up, and a voice on the other end tells her it's her grandson in trouble. She rushes to wire money, and within minutes, it's gone. In another state, a man receives what looks like a call from Social Security. He's told his benefits are at risk unless he confirms his account. He hesitates for only a moment, and thousands of dollars vanish. These scams are not rare. They are not clumsy. They are not something that happens to other people. They are everywhere. They are designed to sound real, to look real, to feel urgent. And they are hitting seniors harder than any other group, every single day. Today, I'm going to reveal the 10 most dangerous scams that are stealing life savings from older Americans right now. You'll hear how they work, why they're so effective, and what you must do to protect yourself and your loved ones. Because here's the hard truth. The criminals are getting smarter. The technology is getting scarier. And if you're not prepared, you could be the next victim. 1. Impostor scams, when they pretend to be authority. Imagine this. The phone rings and your caller ID clearly shows Social Security Administration. You hesitate, but you answer. The voice on the other end is calm, professional, even a little reassuring. We've noticed a problem with your benefits. Unless you confirm your account details immediately, your payments will be frozen. In that instant, fear grips you. For someone living on a fixed income, the idea of losing a Social Security check is terrifying. That's exactly what these scammers want. Impostor scams are exploding in 2025 because technology now makes deception easier than ever. Criminals can spoof real government phone numbers. They can design emails with logos that look identical to official letters. Some even go further, mailing fake documents that look convincing enough to fool a seasoned accountant. And because they sound so official, even the most cautious senior can fall for the trap. A retired teacher in Illinois answered such a call and was told her Medicare account was flagged. She was instructed to confirm her bank routing number to unlock her benefits. Within 48 hours, her savings were drained. Another man in California, convinced by a caller claiming to be from the IRS, paid thousands in gift cards to settle overdue taxes. The scammer's trick? He played a recording of sirens in the background, making the threat feel like law enforcement was already on the way. These scams thrive on fear and urgency. They create a fake emergency and demand immediate action. The truth? The government will never call and demand personal information or payment on the spot. They will not ask for gift cards, wire transfers, or cryptocurrency. If you hear urgency, pressure, or secrecy, hang up. Verify the number yourself. Call back only through official channels. Impostor scams are not about stupidity. They are about manipulation. They prey on trust, authority, and fear. And unless seniors know the warning signs, these criminals will continue to siphon away life savings, one frightened phone call at a time. 2. Tech support scams. Fake warnings on your screen. Picture this. You're at home on your laptop, maybe checking the news or looking up recipes. Suddenly, your screen goes black. Then a loud alarm blares. A giant red message flashes. Your computer is infected. Call Microsoft support immediately. Your heart races. You don't want to lose photos of your grandchildren, your banking access, or your online connections. In panic, you dial the number on the screen. On the other end, a calm technician answers. He sounds knowledgeable, patient, even sympathetic. He tells you your computer is being hacked right now, and only he can stop it. He guides you through steps that let him remotely access your system. Once inside, He may pretend to fix issues while secretly planting spyware, stealing passwords, or locking your files. Then comes the bill. $200, $500, sometimes even thousands. You pay because you think you're protecting your data. In reality, you're paying the thief directly. This scam is spreading fast because it exploits what many older Americans fear most: technology they don't fully understand. A flashing warning on the screen feels urgent. The voice of an expert feels comforting, but it's all a trap. One victim in Florida followed instructions from a pop-up claiming to be from Apple. She let the scammer take remote control, and within minutes, her online banking information was gone. Another man in Ohio lost nearly $15,000 after repeated service calls convinced him to pay for bogus repairs over several months. Here's the truth. Microsoft, Apple, and other tech companies will never lock your computer and demand you call them. Real alerts do not appear as pop-ups with phone numbers. If it happens, shut down the device immediately. Don't click, don't call, and never give remote access to anyone you don't know. Tech support scams are frightening because they feel so real in the moment. But awareness is the strongest defense. If you know the warning signs, you can protect yourself and your digital life from being stolen one click at a time. 3. Grandparent scams. Exploiting love and fear. It's late at night when the phone rings. You answer groggily, and a frantic voice blurts out, "Grandma, it's me. I need help. Please don't tell Mom or Dad. I'm in jail. I need money for bail right now." Your heart stops. You do anything for your grandchild. The voice is shaky, desperate. It even sounds like them. Without thinking, you rush to send money. Only later do you discover the awful truth. Your grandchild was never in trouble. You were scammed. This cruel scheme has been around for years, but in 2025, it's become more dangerous thanks to artificial intelligence. Scammers can now clone voices from short recordings, making calls that sound identical to your loved ones. Imagine hearing your grandson's exact voice pleading for help. Who wouldn't believe it? Victims describe the experience as emotionally devastating. A grandmother in Arizona wired thousands to someone claiming her grandson was arrested abroad. Another retiree in Ohio handed cash to a stranger at his door, thinking it was a lawyer collecting bail for his granddaughter. Both were lies, and both left scars far deeper than the financial loss. The betrayal cuts into the very heart of what it means to be family. The scam works because it hijacks love. Criminals know grandparents will sacrifice anything to protect a grandchild. They rely on panic, secrecy, and speed. Don't tell anyone. Just send the money now. Those words are designed to keep you from pausing, questioning, or verifying. The defense? Always stop and breathe. Call your grandchild directly. Call their parents. Ask questions only the real family member would know. And remember this iron rule. No real emergency requires secrecy and immediate payment through wire transfers, gift cards, or cryptocurrency. Grandparent scams aren't just about money. They are emotional weapons, turning love into vulnerability. But awareness is power. If you know the tricks, you can protect not only your savings, but also your peace of mind, and never let a criminal twist love into loss. 4. Lottery and sweepstakes scams. The congratulations that destroys lives. It begins with excitement. A letter in the mail, a phone call, or even a glossy email. Congratulations! You've won the sweepstakes. You're about to become a millionaire. Your heart leaps. Who wouldn't want to believe it? For retirees, especially those on a fixed income, the thought of a sudden windfall feels like a miracle. But that miracle comes with a catch. They tell you that before you can receive your prize, you must first pay taxes, handling fees, or insurance. The amounts sound small at first, $500, maybe $1,000, but the demands grow. Victims have been tricked into paying thousands, believing the big check is just days away. Some even receive fake checks that initially clear at the bank, only to bounce later, leaving the victim owing the money. The cruelest part? Victims often stay silent out of embarrassment. One grandmother in Florida wired $25,000 over several months. Convinced she was about to receive a $5 million jackpot, she kept it a secret, planning to surprise her family. When she finally confessed, the truth shattered her not only financially, but emotionally. Scammers use urgency. Act now or lose your winnings. They use flattery. You've been specially chosen. And they use secrecy. Don't tell anyone. It could void your prize. These tricks manipulate hope and greed, but mostly, they exploit trust. The truth? Real lotteries and sweepstakes never require winners to pay up front. If someone asks for money to claim a prize, it's a scam. Always. No exceptions. Seniors must remind themselves, if it sounds too good to be true, it's not just unlikely, it's dangerous. 5. Romance scams. Love turned into a weapon. Loneliness can be one of the heaviest burdens of aging. Scammers know this, and they weaponize it. Romance scams are among the most heartbreaking cons targeting seniors. It starts with a friendly message online, perhaps through Facebook or a dating site. The person is charming, attentive, and patient. They write every day. They call you sweetheart. They share dreams of the future. Slowly, they build a bond. Then the crisis comes. The scammer claims they need money for a medical emergency, a plane ticket to finally visit, or even to help them escape a dangerous situation. Out of love and loyalty, victims send money. Sometimes once, sometimes dozens of times. The amounts can be staggering. Tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars, drained over months or years. The betrayal is more than financial. Victims are left shattered, ashamed, and heartbroken. A widow in Texas sent nearly $80,000 to a man she believed was a retired soldier overseas. She sold jewelry and borrowed against her house. When she discovered it was a scam, she said the money hurt. But the humiliation of being deceived was worse. Romance scams work because they mimic real love. Scammers listen, remember details, and craft stories that tug at the heart. They often isolate victims, urging secrecy. Don't tell your family. They won't understand. And many seniors comply. Fearing judgment. The defense is brutal but simple. If someone you meet online asks for money, it's a scam. No exceptions. Real love doesn't come with constant requests for wire transfers, gift cards, or cryptocurrency. And while it may feel embarrassing to seek advice, talking to trusted family or friends can be the lifeline that saves both your heart and your savings. 6. Cryptocurrency and investment scams. The golden opportunity that empties accounts. In recent years, everyone seems to be talking about cryptocurrency and hot investments. Scammers know many seniors are curious, but unsure how it all works. They turn that uncertainty into profit. These scams often begin with a phone call, an email, or even an ad online. Invest now, double your money in weeks. Or, this crypto opportunity is only available today. The hook is urgency and exclusivity. Seniors are told they must act quickly or lose out. The scammer might guide them step by step to set up a crypto wallet or transfer money into what looks like a real investment account. They might even show fake dashboards with profits rising to make victims believe they're earning. Excited, seniors invest more. Then, when they try to withdraw, the account vanishes, along with their money. In one shocking case, a retiree in Nevada lost $150,000 after being promised guaranteed returns through a crypto fund advertised on social media. Another couple in New York drained their 401k because they believed they were buying into a once-in-a-lifetime property development. All of it was fake. These scams are particularly effective because they prey on two powerful forces: the fear of missing out, and the desire to grow limited savings. Seniors, watching prices rise and fall in the news, worry they'll be left behind. Scammers exploit that fear with promises of easy, quick wealth. The truth? No legitimate investment guarantees high returns with zero risk. No bank, no financial advisor, no real company will ever pressure you to move money instantly or in secrecy. If you feel rushed, if you feel flattered with promises of being specially chosen, step back, ask a trusted advisor, talk to your bank. Because in 2025, the new gold rush is not cryptocurrency itself. It's criminals mining seniors' savings under the disguise of opportunity. Before we go any further, I need to ask you something important. Have you ever picked up the phone and heard a voice pretending to be your grandchild? Or seen a fake warning flashing across your computer screen? If any of these scams have ever come close to you, or even worse, if you've been a victim, share your story in the comments below. Your experience might be the warning that saves someone else's life savings. Don't stay silent. Speak up, because the more we talk about these scams, the harder it becomes for criminals to win. 7. Money mule scams. When seniors are tricked into helping criminals. Not every scam starts with someone asking for your money. Sometimes they ask for your help. It sounds harmless. Could you deposit this check for me? Or, can I use your bank account just this once? They might claim they're overseas, traveling, or tied up in legal trouble. They'll promise you a small payment for the favor. But behind that request lies something darker. This is what's called a money mule scam. Criminals use seniors as unsuspecting middlemen to move stolen money. Once you agree, your account becomes a tool for laundering. You might think you're helping a friend, a neighbor, or even a new online acquaintance. In reality, you're helping criminals hide their crimes. And when law enforcement comes knocking, it's your name on the account. The cruelty here is subtle but devastating. Seniors, known for kindness and generosity, are targeted because scammers know they'll want to help. A retiree in Pennsylvania accepted what looked like a routine wire transfer from a business partner. He only realized months later that the money came from other victims of fraud. He didn't just lose credibility. He nearly faced criminal charges. Money mule scams rob more than savings. They rob peace of mind. Victims feel used, humiliated, and terrified of legal consequences. The warning signs are simple. If someone you don't know well asks you to move money, send gift cards, or transfer funds on their behalf, stop. No matter how convincing the story, no matter how small the request, you're being set up. 8. Employment scams. Fake jobs. Real losses. Retirement isn't always the end of work. Many older adults look for part-time jobs to stay active or supplement their income. Scammers know this, and they've built elaborate traps around it. It often begins with an ad online or an email. Flexible hours, work from home, easy pay. The job sounds perfect. No heavy lifting, no long commute, just steady income. The scammer walks you through the process, making it sound professional. They may even interview you, but soon they ask for something unusual: money for training, or your bank details to set up direct deposit. Once you hand it over, the trap closes. Either your money is gone, or your identity is stolen, sometimes both. In one case, a woman in her 60s thought she had landed a job as a shipping coordinator. Boxes of electronics arrived at her home, which she was told to forward overseas. She didn't know she was part of a criminal supply chain until police showed up at her door. These scams exploit hope. Seniors want to remain useful, independent, and financially stable. The promise of honest work feels safe, but scammers use that trust to drain bank accounts, steal identities, or implicate victims in illegal schemes. The red flags? Jobs that require upfront payment, ask for your social security number too quickly, or hire you without real interviews. Real jobs don't demand secrecy. Real jobs don't ask you to send money before you've even started, and real jobs won't pay you to forward stolen goods. 9. Tax refund and government scams. The phantom rebate. Every spring, millions of Americans wait eagerly for tax refunds. Scammers exploit that anticipation with ruthless precision. They call pretending to be from the IRS, claiming you've got a refund waiting, but only if you verify your information. Or they say you owe back taxes and must pay immediately to avoid arrest. Some even send letters that look frighteningly official. In 2025, these scams have become alarmingly advanced. Criminals use personal data bought off the dark web to make their calls sound legitimate. They might know your address, your spouse's name, or even your last filing year. This makes the lie harder to spot. Victims are often told to pay with gift cards, wire transfers, or cryptocurrency, methods that leave no trace. A retiree in Georgia received such a call and believed she owed money. In panic, she purchased $10,000 worth of gift cards and read the numbers over the phone. Another man in Arizona thought he was getting a bonus refund. He gave up his bank account details, and within hours, thieves drained his checking account. The emotional damage is severe. Seniors who grew up trusting institutions feel violated and ashamed. Some never recover financially. Others never pick up unknown calls again, isolating themselves further. The truth is clear. The IRS will never demand immediate payment by phone, and they will never request gift cards or crypto. Any message that says otherwise is a lie. If you receive such a call, hang up. Verify directly through the official IRS number. And remember, urgency, secrecy, and threats are the scammer's favorite tools, not the government's. 10. Fake tech and banking alerts, the digital trap that feels impossible to ignore. The final scam on our list is one of the most terrifying because it strikes where many seniors already feel most vulnerable: online banking and digital devices. It begins with a text message, an email, or even a phone notification that looks completely real. Suspicious activity detected on your account. Click here to secure your funds. Or, your bank account has been locked. Call this number immediately. In that moment, panic takes over. Seniors who depend on online banking to manage fixed incomes or track Social Security checks feel cornered. The message looks urgent, the logos look authentic, and the timing is cruelly precise, often sent late at night when there's no easy way to confirm with the bank. Once the victim clicks or calls, the scammer takes control. They might send you to a fake website that looks identical to your bank's login page, capturing your username and password. Or they'll instruct you to move your money to a safe account, which is, in reality, controlled by them. Some victims are tricked into downloading apps that secretly let criminals watch their screens, draining savings in real time. One 72-year-old man in California lost over $40,000 after responding to what looked like an urgent Wells Fargo text. He thought he was protecting himself. Instead, he was handing the keys to his life savings directly to thieves. The danger of these scams lies in their sophistication. They exploit trust in technology while weaponizing fear of losing control. And unlike the obvious spam emails of the past, these alerts are polished, timed, and convincing. Even the sharpest eyes can be fooled. The defense is firm but simple. Banks do not send clickable links in text messages demanding immediate action. They do not call and ask for your login credentials. If you get an alert, call your bank directly using the number on the back of your card, never the number in the message, and never transfer money to an account that someone on the phone tells you is safe. In 2025, the digital battlefield is where scammers thrive. Seniors must remember, urgency is the bait. Verification is the shield. 10 scams. 10 traps designed to rob older Americans, not only of their money, but of their trust, their dignity, and their peace of mind. In just 3 months of 2025, seniors have already lost nearly $750 million. And if nothing changes, that number will only rise. But here's the truth. Awareness is power. When you know their tricks, you take away their weapon. When you speak out, you protect not only yourself, but also your neighbors, your friends, and your family. If any of these scams sound familiar, if you've ever been targeted, or if you know someone who has, share it in the comments. Your story could be the warning that saves someone else from losing everything. And remember this, aging does not make you weak. It makes you experienced. It makes you wise. Together, seniors can stand stronger than scammers. Together, we can ensure that the hard-earned savings of a lifetime are not stolen in seconds. Stay alert. Stay connected. And never let fear or secrecy silence your voice, because silence is the scammer's best friend, and awareness is their worst enemy.